Greetings, salutations, and other big words. My name's Ethan. My handle is Wrangler. Welcome to Frequency Studios, weekly Wing It number 107 here on Rumble and YouTube. First one of the new year. Happy New Year, everybody, 2025. And starting it off with us over there tonight in the big box is Frederick Guimond.
Live from the 51st state with Governor Justin Trudeau resigning today. What a great day it is.
They will speak about the
news. He has chosen a successor, Justin Blackface.
And also taking it up at the top up there is... Billy Bobsack.
Couple.
Nice intro.
Couple.
And since I don't have I may not have a proper intro for you, James, but I do have.
James is the man with no intro.
Man with no intro and/or pug.
I do have this.
The undead are planning to attack, and it's up to Gwendolyn the gnome to deliver word to the humans before they're taken by surprise. Glimmerleaf, link in the description.
James Esparza.
Hey, today I transitioned into a pug. Tomorrow I may transition back into a sandwich.
Wait, you're a tranny? Ugh.
I suppose so, dear friend. I'm a self-hating tranny.
I mean, I prefer the pug, to be honest, because the sandwich is kind of...
So are you going to be on like...
He's a cinnamon roll tranny in pug face.
Are you going to be like on a Bud Light commercial now?
I'm more like Frieza from Dragon Ball Z with all the transformations. He's a tranny too. But we are here now. And Frederick, what are you working on over there, buddy?
This is like the best action scene of Rattel #1. Like he's coming into the back alley to save this Russian psychic spy from the two tiger twins.
Is she Russian, though?
She's Russian. She's rushing up the stairs.
I mean, it's very debatable if she's Russian.
I know. So that's why I'm going to be adding like a bio in the back of the book where it's going to specify that she's Russian.
But she looks Chinese.
No, she doesn't.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure she's not a double agent,
Well, she's a psychic spy, so...
Well, at least she looks like a she.
Indeed. She is a she.
Well, it looks like we have our hero Rattel falling out of the sky into combat there.
Yeah, he's jumping off of his quad board here and jumping... Well, you can't see it here, but I'm going to have to add these movement lines, but he's jumping off of this first baddie and up onto the first floor of the fire escape staircase here.
Legit.
Give it a
so
good.
He's a lot like Buzz Lightyear.
A good left.
He's falling with style.
There you go. Yeah, you got to fight with style. I mean, it's a superhero comic, right? There's a whole choreography to the fight scenes. And I've only got like 4 more pages of the fight, so it's going to be a short one. But
that's going to take a long time to figure out too, the choreography aspect.
A little bit. I mean, I've had the story in my mind for a long time, so I knew I wanted to have them go up the flight of stairs and end up on the roof, right, for a climatic finale. So the story's been building up in my head, and after a few kind of thumbnail sketches, you eventually find the sequence of shots that gives you your story.
I've heard like there are times where I was reading about stuff in Marvel where they would set up the panels and everything. They would have the fight scenes laid out, and then they would have them pretty much done. They come and go, no, do this one from a different angle, do that one over there. And then when they went and made new ones, they realized you can't just put them in the panel like that. Now it changes the whole dynamic, and
Yeah,
so
because
it sounds like it could be a nightmare.
there is a flow to it as well. Yes, correct.
The
So I try
si-
to work two at a time or one next to each other because that's the way kind of they open up in the
the
comic
science
book.
of comic books.
Yeah, it's an art more than a science, but there are there are techniques. There are kind of
Where art and science converge.
basic principles. You know, the way you read a page and the way your eyes flow, and the page turns are like a great example of how you can sort of control a little bit of the tempo of the scene. It's one of the only ways, actually.
And Dragon Ball is a good thing to look at paneling.
The Asians, man, they love their kung fu shit. They're really great at the action paneling.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
Toriyama's like Dragon Ball itself is really, really good in the manga for paneling. Also for having a good beginning, middle, and end to your chapter, and leaving your chapter on wanting you to read the next.
Yeah.
Extremely good.
I need to get the comic book cam up again. I just need to make room somewhere.
Oh yeah, because you got a bunch of great magazines as well. Like, have you done any?
Oh yeah.
Have you done any like reviews of your finds lately?
I haven't. I have a few. Some of them are newer, just because I really, I want to I appreciate the stories. I want to have physical copies of them. But I have a few that are older too, and still on the lookout for some others. So the hunt is never ending, but there's some really great ones out there, and some of them are actually quite affordable as well.
You gotta sniff out those good deals, huh?
You do. You got to hunt them down, and usually you got to drop some cash on the shipping and handling, and of course you got to wait a tad extra longer when it comes to that stuff. And at times I save up for some books I really want that are first editions and like maybe freaking over 100 years old.
Ooh, like collector
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh yeah. I have actually come into my possession a book that is it was a premium edition hardcover from the 80s, I believe. Actually, no. This one was from the 30s. My bad. I think it's from 1936. It's a premium hardcover that is indentured, so you can put your hand over it, feel the indentures and the cover, and it's quite fantastic. I'll have to get the comic book cam up again so that way I can put it show it off.
Nice.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Want to say hello to Animation Overload and AC Pritchard. What's up, guys? Good to see you tonight.
Hey,
Happy New Year.
We'll be talking to you tomorrow on the show. Looking forward to it.
And we'll be making fun of you.
I'm going to be reading that comic in Anvil out of the stream to be asking more pertinent questions about the story and the comic and stuff. It's going to be fun. And we got Luke Stone on Wednesday with the Comic Skate Commandos. So it's like a double whammy this week in the indie YouTube sphere.
And we're going to make fun of Luke Stone as well.
King Bob, what's up, man?
Matter of fact, I need to look up Ghost of the Mermaid. How that's going along. It's supposed to be sometime this year, I think.
This year should be the year of releases, I believe.
The year of Mermaids.
Yeah. I'm releasing this year for sure.
And sometime this month, I should be getting a random shirt in the mail. All
You
right.
didn't get that yet?
The
No.
year of releases, and we're going to start off with a stinking shirt. Bark.
I know. When
sent
did you
that,
send it out?
I sent that like before Christmas.
I sent you, Wrangler, the art.
You're gonna have to find the slip and look up the look up the tracking on that. It should have been there by now.
The two commissions you ordered from me went out, well, probably today because I went put them in at the post office on Friday. So I'm pretty sure they went out today.
What did you put the packaging in?
It
You put it in a.
was a pouch type thing they gave me at the post office.
I'll have to ask. I don't think I've gotten anything.
Yeah, you might want to check. It's addressed to Billy Bobsack right on there. So
Oh boy,
That's very funny.
Mr. Bob Sack, we have a package for you. Bob Sack.
Nope, that's totally me.
We're
My
gonna
real
need
name,
some.
guys, my real name.
I'm gonna need to see some ID for Billy Bobsack.
Like, you know what?
I should have made it a sign to deliver and then just leave Billy Bobsack on there. But yeah, I mean, it's your address, but the name I used was Billy Bobsack.
Yeah, I have to check.
So you
I'm-
guys been playing any good games lately?
Well, I'm waiting for. I think March is when my copy of the second core draft will be coming in, which I'm excited for. I like the first one. Not a lot of people read it, sadly.
What is it?
Core draft. It's by Andy Smith drawn, and then what's his name, Dennis.
Nice.
Draws it. They're like Commonscape people. It's a fun little like derivative of like Conan and stuff.
The art's great.
I think I seen that one. Yeah, it looked interesting.
I think it's worth it. I think it's pretty good.
Awesome.
It's a
I could actually stop at some point and read Phenomenova. I got it a while ago. I haven't opened it yet.
dude. I'm also thinking about going back on the campaign. I think they got a poster of the Bud Roof's like covers he did for the first and the second one put together as a poster. I might pull that up in a bit. Hold up.
All right.
Let me remember that after I'm done with this thing in the game.
On which campaign are you talking about?
On the core draft one, the second book.
Oh, right.
I might actually pick it up. The only reason I don't ever go for posters on campaigns is the shipping's just too much, usually.
Yeah.
I have to check what the shipping was. The problem is I'm not going to spend the same amount of shipping on what I paid for the book. It's not happening.
Welcome to Canada.
I think the last time I saw it was what was it, the Ripperverse? Like the shipping was like $30.
Rippercent.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
The last time I saw pricing, I'm like, I don't know.
In the United States, huh?
Yes.
That's pretty bad, dude. Like, that's really bad. I order shit or I gotta pay for shipping all the time, and yeah, that's up there. How heavy are his books?
No. This wasn't for a book or anything. This was way back. This is what I saw the original pricing. I'm like, if that's the pricing for posters, like for campaigns, I can't afford that. I can't justify spending a lot of money on a poster and then spending $30 on shipping for it. I'm like, I'm just.
I don't
Especially
even
for
think
an
of-
ISOM poster.
Huh?
Well, this
That
was
would
back
be-
like the first campaign or whatever. I remember looking at it. I
Back
have
when
to
he was cool.
And just think, Royce talking about that campaign is the whole reason we met.
That's right.
Was it?
Well, it's,
Yeah, that's when his channel blew up when he was talking about
Oh.
that.
that's around that time. Yeah,
A whole bunch of us just happened to,
joined the Gilded and
yeah,
met
we
the
were
chat.
all hopped in his live stream and then joined the Gilded. It was like a period of a couple of weeks where it was just all of a sudden this influx of a whole bunch of us just started.
Yeah, y'all were like really weirdos. We had to get forced on the guild before y'all. Because Royce like eventually set it up and he's like, "Oh, you have to join." I'm like, oh. Ugh. Good.
Yeah, the Gilded was already a thing when I when I squirmed in. Hey, Billy Bob Sack, Billy Boy Bob Sack.
What?
I like your name.
Then
I also write stories about this guy. You guys should go check out the Billy Bob Sack first story that is public on worldwithoutendlore.substack.com.
That's right.
It's a short story. It's fun. And you're gonna really enjoy it. It's one hell of a hoot.
I gotta read it eventually. Gotta take time out.
Man, that's some smooth shilling there, James.
Butch Manley.
That's right. That's the alternate pen name I use when not writing within World Without End.
Adventures of Billy Bob. Wow.
Yeah. It's a series. I got a handful. They're not long at all. They're between 1,500 to 2,000 words. Very easy to sit down, read, enjoy, get a good laugh, get some thrills.
Are these the true stories of Billy Bob?
I mean, some would say definitely legends of Billy Bob. Definitely legends that the Native Americans whisper amongst the fire.
Looks exactly like me, yes.
Yeah. That's right. Some say the photographer did not live to actually produce the image, as he did not ask Billy for if he could take a photo beforehand. Yeah. That's how most of the Billy Bob's stories will be titled. They're all pretty fantastic. I got some fantastic lead-ups that are pretty much done, but I want to pepper them throughout the year. Let these settle a little bit. I got another 2 that are going to be releasing this year that people are going to love. At least 2. Billy Bob kicked the devil's ass and punched his wife. Yes, indeed. It's a fantastic tale that takes place mostly in the Old West.
After that, we got Billy Bob Sack meets Glimmerleaf.
Huh? Maybe in a different universe. He does meet Sasquatch, though. So prepare for that.
That should be interesting.
Yes. He and Sasquatch team up to defeat a band of demons, and Sasquatch knows Kung Fu.
Oh,
Wait,
this
so
is
King-
fun.
Kung Fu Sasquatch?
Kung Fu Sasquatch.
So, King Bob, I think you left before we got abducted by aliens in our campaign. I think you ended up leaving before then. We got abducted by what were they from fucking Sesame Street? The alien Martians or whatever.
Yep.
Great.
Yep. Those were the guys.
I remember them.
Oh, it crashed. Well, you missed it. We got kidnapped by aliens. We were trying to cipher this weird. Hold up. Let me show this ominous thing that our characters have to determine. Hold up. Let me pull it up. Let me go on Discord.
Yep.
Pull up.
These aliens were leaving these ancient, very, very odd symbols in the wheat field, you know? We were just stumped by its meaning.
Yeah, it's like we get to the cornfield and a whole bunch of them are broken down over flat and making a shape in the field. And that was the shape.
We just couldn't understand. Our minds couldn't comprehend what this symbol means.
I mean, it's the same for the new kids nowadays. They wouldn't understand this either, man.
Right?
Like it's some evil eye watching over us.
I'm still waiting for the day a teenager comes up to me and asks, why is it called hanging up the phone?
This looks like an ancient mankind artifact. I believe they called it an iron. I'm not sure what it was for. It often wasn't made of actual iron.
There's
Some
reference.
say it was a pagan god of fertility.
Possibly.
I
That
thought it was.
really
I
is.
thought it was of communication.
All studies that I have done on the
Out
early
of, you know what?
Earthlings-
Stop with the conspiracy theories frequency. Oh my god, we gotta get rid of
Oh
him.
gosh.
He's gonna get us removed from YouTube.
I love conspiracy frequencies.
That was funny. Christian's character might be walking funny, you know.
Yeah. All right. So I've been playing this game lately. Frederick, tell me what you think of the art in this one.
All right, let's go.
Nope, you playing like shit.
What's that?
It's playing terribly.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a bummer. I mean, is
Now
it still
it's
doing it?
Is this the Hollow Knight sequel, or is it a Hollow Knight?
No,
Better now.
it's its
Better
own
now.
thing.
It looks great, man. The colors are beautiful. Looks really fun to play as well. Like nice little designs.
Yeah, sexy.
Is this an indie game as well, or?
It is.
Are you sure these ain't made by the developers of Hollow Knight?
It's not. They call it Towpunk. It is very much a cyberpunk-like world.
Hmm.
That was made by Red Candle Studios. They are an independent studio out of Taiwan.
I think you need to say the correct term. They're China.
I don't know that they would agree with that. They
China
are-
doesn't care.
Yeah, apparently Red Candle doesn't either because Red Candle already kind of pissed in the CCP's Wheaties.
Based.
Yes, Skunks, I've been playing Nine Souls and it's kicking my butt. Holy crap. I mean, it's got a very good system. It's a very well-made game. I cannot say anything bad about the game, but I just can't get on this combat system. It's a good system. I just suck at it, especially since it's being a parry-based system. I figured, oh, I did parry moves in Metroid Dread all the time. I got this. No, the timing's different. The feel is all different button setup. But I mean, this is one of those you could tell, you get good at it, it's a blast. But man, I'm still stuck in that get good at it part. I went and watched some playthroughs of it and not full playthroughs, but just some gameplay. And some of these guys who have gotten the controls down, I mean, you watch what they're doing when you understand the controls, you're like, yeah, I could do that. I could do that. I go pick up the controller myself. I'm like, nope, not yet. But yeah, if you can master the timing for the parry in this, all of a sudden this game just becomes a playground. Skunk says it's kicking his son's butt too. Yeah, the gameplay is tough. Now, and all they do have a feature in there where you can go in and turn down the potency of the enemy attacks as well as crank up your own. So if it's too tough, you can go in there and meter it to your gameplay level. But so far, for whatever reason, I seem to prefer banging my head against the brick wall. I'm just not willing to do that yet. If I have to, I will, but I'm hoping to just do it on the default normal setting. Animation says, looking good, Frederick.
Why, thank you. What do you think of my art, though? No, that was bad. That was bad. Apologize. Strike that from the record.
Anyways, Black Tarzan, Frederick's new creation.
That's your project, Billy Bob. You should.
No, it's yours. You were the mastermind behind it, you know?
Was I really?
Be your Isom of the Indie Spear, right?
The Isom of the Indies. Thought Isom was indie.
Well, you're gonna make the Comicscape version of the Isom, right?
Oh, the comics, the Isom of Comicsgate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh man. Now I'll just do my own thing over here. You know, I'll just be here quietly.
Oh, hold up. Let me go on Indiegogo.
Animation says, I mean, it's okay, I guess.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I just joined
You know what will make it better?
Clayton's art school this week. Clayton Barton, Corey's brother, we had on
Oh, no kidding.
Proof of Comics. Yeah, he's got a little comic book website where a group of people come and learn together, basically.
You know what would make it better?
Bacon?
If you added chainmail to Rat Tail, right?
Like underneath his shoulder pads.
No. His entire outfit, just one big thing of chainmail.
I mean, it's been done with Chainmail Man, you know.
A one-piece chainmail? A chainmail onesie?
Oh shit! I might actually end up getting the bugger if it's only like $10 shipping.
Which book?
Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. This.
Oh, the poster. Oh, that would be good, man. That's a good looking poster. Is that the two covers put side by side together?
Yeah, so.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty dope, man. Do it. Do it. Do it now.
Hold up.
$10 shipping is nothing.
How do I make it bigger? I don't remember.
Just do it!
Yeah, man.
Yes.
I like.
Very inspirational comic, guys.
Why isn't she on a poster?
She is on.
Oh, she's just wearing a bit more on the poster.
So it's this. So pretty much the first campaign had the Lilith one by Budroot, and he asked everyone when the second campaign came around what they would want, and everyone went, "All right, we want the redhead," and their fucking Budroot doing a poster. So he did that, and I guess what's his name? Dan Lawless is the one who done the coloring on the cover as well. And they basically kind of retro made it a what is it called, Frederick? Where it's two covers match up.
A spread eagle?
No. Where the connecting covers.
I don't know what the puzzle piece.
No. God damn it, Frederick. You should know this.
Double page
Variant?
spread?
No. Whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know.
I have
Almost
seen,
did.
like,
I
I
mean,
remember
know.
back in the 90s when X-Men restarted a series, they released like 5 different covers, and if you lined up all the comics together, it was one big picture.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the concept. I just don't know what the technical term is or the accepted
I
term.
forgot. Anyways, the second campaign done that, and then Dan Lawless made this one connect up
A tapestry,
took it
maybe.
together and put it.
Clearly, he's not from Hollywood. Because Hollywood hates redheads.
But don't worry, Netflix will turn her black in the adaptation.
That's right.
Did you see the new Netflix World War II special
No.
Oh, there we go.
series? It's about a group of black women who are sent to Europe to deliver the mail.
Oh, yeah, I did hear about that.
There you go. There's a better quality.
Look
one.
at that, man. It's fucking gorgeous.
This is the cover I got from the first campaign. It's fucking great.
They're both super hot.
It's fucking insane, man. Insane.
But what's the link between this and chainmail?
And what?
Thought we were talking about chainmail.
That was what started this whole little side quest.
There you go. Here's some non-existent chainmail.
Uh-huh. Well, I have a lot of non-existent chainmail. Did you know Rattel's costume is made of non-existent chainmail?
Did you close it, Billy?
Yes.
Okay. It happened the same time I hit a button. I thought I accidentally knocked it out.
Well, looking at it, I would have guessed it was made of some sort of textile myself.
Yeah, connecting cover. I think there's like an actual term for them that you call them. Either way, they took that and then also made it into a poster. I might actually get the poster. It's only like $30. I can eventually get that. King Bob, you're not wearing anything right now. We know. We know.
The Emperor's new chainmail.
The Emperor has no chainmail.
Oh boy.
Oh man. So what y'all been up to?
Not much. Been poking around the Amazon again, looking for details for writing stuff. Wow, I just made that sound exciting, didn't I?
The what?
I said I just made that sound real exciting, didn't I?
You're going on Amazon to find details.
No. Poking around the Amazon, meaning researching the Amazon, the jungle, the rainforest.
I was about to like, you can go to a library to find research with. You don't have to go to Amazon and buy them.
Oh no! I wasn't going to Amazon to buy them. I was using search engines, reading articles, listening to videos about the Amazon, not corporate Amazon.
That's how I protect my kingdom. No one wants to be here that way. What, nude?
I'll be right back, guys.
Didn't you pick up a book, Frederick?
Yeah, I made even my first unboxing in my lifetime. It's pretty cool. It's a book called Band of the Crow, not to be confused with Band of the Hawk. It's a different book.
So at the end of it, they're going to get betrayed by their leader, and one of the characters is going to get raped. Okay, I got you.
I just got the first book, and it looks gorgeous. It's spectacular. It has like that fairy tale lettering at the beginning, and so it looks like an old school fairy tale book. Incredibly detailed work in the lettering in the beginning and in the art in general. Well done.
So King Bob, I don't think. Well, I mean, is it really a kingdom at that point? If you're just like no one's there, it's just you, a nude man.
Well, he might have like a dog.
Now, even the dog went, ugh. Ran away.
Yeah, dogs have their need to respect their owners, or else it doesn't work.
He said, buy Crowfire, right? Skunks.
That's correct. Exactly.
Why don't you pull it out, Frederick?
All right. Oh, you mean the comic?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
What else were you thinking?
I wasn't
Dirty
thinking.
mind.
All right,
Dirty mind, Frederick. Dirty mind.
Hey, I'm French.
That just makes it worse.
Look at this. They even like seal the
I
comic
thought that
with
makes it authentic.
custom stickers.
Listen, your dog's dog has standards.
Hey, this is a cat channel. Stop talking about dogs. Look at this. So this is actually magazine size.
I have a one-eyed dog, sir.
That sounds like a good comic book character, one-eyed dog. Look at this. It's absolutely beautiful lettering Spectacular.
So is this just a preview book?
No, this is a first chapter book. So this is just the intro, the epilogue, or is that what? No, the prologue, epilogue.
Prologue. Epilogue's
Prologue.
ending.
So, and here the comic starts. So you got great colors, fantasy setting. You got these are actually called trolls, even though they look like orcs. I know you're going to say I'm racist because I think trolls look like orcs.
No, I was just gonna say they look like black people, you know.
Well, you would say that. And he's sporting some non-existent chainmail over here. So just beautiful art. And then you get some shadows come in and attack the trolls. Give the trolls gingivitis.
They give them the AIDS.
And you got a beautiful woman number 1 here.
Sadly, her clothes didn't rip off. Disappointing. 1 out of 10.
Because she's winning the fight. The clothes stay on when she's winning the fight. And then, but the trolls are having a hard time, as you can see.
See, if this was Berserk, she'd be already nude by now. During this fight.
No, it's not Berserk. It's not Berserk, though. She does have that a little bit of manga look to her traits, like the nose.
There's a little bit of manga in this
It's
style.
a little bit, but not manga eyes. Like the eyes are a bit more realistic than you usually see in manga. And that's her husband, so she's giving the credit to her husband because it's better that way. Appears better that way. But the kid here, he saw it all, and he's got a big fucking mouth, and he won't shut up.
Hold up, go back.
What?
Go back. Now go back another page. Did they repeat the same panel shot?
Oh, this?
Yeah, look at her at the bottom and look at
No, it's just similar. It's just similar, but it's not the same. The nostrils are different. The lip is different. It's just similar. Yeah, it's all different. But same angle, but different expression. I thought it was kind of repeating already here a little bit.
Well, I was going to bring up that one, but like the one before, it's a little critique, but it isn't nothing too bad. It's
Yeah.
just I noticed. I'm like, didn't I just see that angle?
Yeah, good catch. Good catch there. So loving the coloring and the stone looks gorgeous.
He's gonna be a black boy in the remake.
Netflix adaptation. Yeah, you saw the preview. He's getting beaten up, so I like that.
You know what the faces really remind me of? The main character looks kind of like just a highly Americanized like manga protagonist. The other faces remind me of fucking like if you would get these dudes to play Romans, you know.
Look, epic scenes, like a lot of effort put in the background. Then you got a whole scene. I'm not going to show the whole thing, but well, yeah, I'm kind
You just shoved the entire book.
look at this. This looks absolutely beautiful. You got some sketches here in the back. I'm definitely going to do that. And they got a nice little message here. This is absolutely gorgeous. This cost $3 and $5 shipping.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah, so they're taking a loss on this, obviously.
The sad part is you can't get it anymore.
No, that's the thing, is it was a limited time thing to get the word out. So basically, they don't have a huge network and they're trying to get the numbers. They're trying to get sales numbers in the indie space. So this was their strategy. I saw a lot of people posting pictures when they got the package online. I did an unboxing video.
All right.
Listen, Frederick, you got to get the word out. You kind of failed at your job.
What do you mean? I did an
You're supposed to
unboxing
let
video.
people know about this.
I'm letting you know about
Shame,
it as we
shame,
speak.
shame.
I'm in the middle of letting you know about it right now.
Yeah, where we can't get it. Good job.
Well, there's going to be a new
They
campaign.
ain't hiring you for sure.
Well, thank God, because I already got a gig. No, but seriously though, they're going to have another campaign in April where you can retro get number 1, but it won't be at $3 though.
They'll be at $69.
I hope like it's $70 or $80. Like, yeah.
I'd like to purchase the bundle, the non-existent chainmail, right next to the non-existent marketing.
Well, you'll be happy to know that in my Rattel campaign, you'll be able to purchase a set of non-existent chainmail. It's going to be an add-on.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Also, I'm going to have Frequency's cat attack him right now.
うがせエクスプロージョン
Meow.
Did it attack you yet?
You know, he's not in the room. Yeah, well, since he's not in the room, I can play this. It's been a long time since we played that one.
That's right. Anyways, thoughts on the book, Frederick?
It's a good story. Again, we see a woman kind of winning the battle. So it's getting repetitive after reading Rook for a bit. But it's not overtly so. I'm not expecting it to feel woke at all. I didn't get any woke vibes. I'm actually
Well, wait
finding
until
it,
chapter 2 where she's tired of
well,
her
you
and all the
never know.
credit, you know. He's
you
a
never know
phony.
for book 1. But it looks absolutely professional. Like this is like they did their A game, delivering the quality of the book for their first book. So these are, I don't know their history. I don't know where they come from. So, but they look like pros who are just, going the indie route for this project.
Think we're going to be seeing a lot more of that?
I hope they added in plenty of female representation.
Yeah, I mean the main character who wins the battle against the trolls is a female. At least she's female presenting and passing. Actually, very gorgeous, like, very beautiful in the story. So yeah, I would recommend. I mean, I bought it because it was really cheap, especially with the shipping. Usually, a lot of crowdfunding projects, I'm like, oh, this is awesome, I want to get it. I get to the shipping page, I'm like, okay, well, this is getting pretty expensive, and then it turns the USD value into CAD value, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is crazy pricey. So I skip on a lot of projects, but this one was so affordable I could not pass it up. It was just a no-brainer.
Skunk says, female winning now equates to female fully clothed. Thank you, Frederick. You know what? The way our culture's gone in this day and age, if a female stays fully clothed, that's a win.
No, it's the opposite. When the female is losing clothing, it's because the hero's winning. See? That's
gotcha.
That's how it goes.
Yes, I see.
Science.
She blinded me with science.
That comic book science we were talking about earlier.
Very interesting stuff, this comic book science. I can't wait for someone to have the bright idea of getting the first page of the comic book, etching it into a stone, and trying to sell it.
I mean, mine's in a PCB board. That's not too bad.
Okay, see?
Yeah,
You're already halfway there.
that's pretty cool, eh? I need to get it framed. I should do that this week.
Yeah, I got all the various artworks he done for me. I got 3 of them. And the cards you sent, the sticker, they're right behind me.
Nice. I sent you a card and a sticker as well, Wrangler. So your 2
Sweet.
pieces are going out. They probably went out today. So check that tracking number this week. You'll probably see it heading your way.
Fingers le crossed.
Yes. And yeah, it's exciting. I also sent page 1 off to, well, the same guy who, it was not the first page that's etched in PCB. It's page 4. Because he actually bought page 1 when I was doing an art expo in El Salvador, and I just shipped it out to him in Germany. But he's going to El Salvador, so I should have left it in El Salvador. It would have made more sense. These things, you know.
King Bob, that's gonna be a hard goal for you to achieve. You know. Well, read Rook's Exodus. We got our first fight with Rook, and he didn't even do anything. He just got his ass kicked. That was it. The end.
Yeah, disappointing, the writing on that. Like, I don't doubt that Jeff Johns is technically apt to write a good story, but the characters are woke. It's like it's the soy boy hero, you know? Like, what kind of farm was he raised on? A soy farm?
Well, that's why his father burned it down.
Well, he did good.
We're gonna have the
But,
third review up for that soon.
We're gonna have maybe like a introspection issue with issue number 5. Like, he falls in the waterfall, and he sort of like, I think
And
it's
he
like
whines and he cries. He whines
yes,
more.
yes. So if you're into emo heroes who never actually act heroic, you're gonna love this one.
Every time he realizes, every time that dire wolf looks at him, she dries up even more. You know. You'll hear it all in a review for, I think, issue 4. We're really going to this.
Very sexy.
Yeah, those reviews look good as well. You did a good job on that, Billy Bob.
Yeah. Oh my god. The third one was really fun though, because I'm halfway done with it. Because we were talking about all the wardens it introduced. So I edited it to switch to them during it.
How we doing? Are we better at recording?
I only had to cut a couple parts of the silence.
Okay, well, that's pretty good.
And Tinkage is no longer umming it, you know.
See, just a little bit of just need to be pointed out once and it's done. It's good.
Listen, bullying. People say bullying is not effective, but I'm going to tend to disagree on this.
Yeah.
Negative reinforcement.
They were wrong about everything, it turns out.
I also got to color your page.
Yeah, I got the coloring for page 1. Do you guys want to see? I can maybe share some.
No, you have to wait. You have to wait until I have mine, and then we can do it.
I mean, we can do
it professional, right?
Well, he's going to do some edits, so I'll be showing the edits when he gets yours. Hold on, let me see if I can share this. Or it's
Listen, I'm a master colorist, so I'm going to blow him out of the water, you know?
Okay, allow for 1 month window. Okay. How's this? Does this work? Can you see it? Yeah, it's appeared at the bottom.
Oh wow, look at that.
Yeah, he did incredible work.
Man, you're gonna be so upset when I wokeify it. I'm gonna turn Rook into, or not Rook, but Red Tail into a black man. He's gonna be the woke cop.
The A6 here at the bottom.
I'm gonna get James to Photoshop me a pride flag on the computers.
That's doable,
Mining some Bitcoin there.
right? They don't like that. Look at them, those Canadians.
Yeah, I think he did a great job on the faces, man. They look really alive, and yeah, I'm pretty impressed with the work he did. Even added a bit of shadow around
Yeah.
the
You did
hand.
good on the garage door there.
Yeah, I mean, it's a small thing, but it looks really good. If I could pull back a little bit, you can see the whole thing. I think it's going to be a good page one for the comic. With added lettering, of course. The story, maybe a title.
Beautiful, man.
Well, thank you. Ross Campbell.
Don't worry, my crowns will beat this.
Well, I'll let Ross know that his job is on the line here if you beat him out. But my colorist is paid in Bitcoin, so
Matter of fact,
that's the
Nice.
stipulation.
I need to open my email right now and download the page.
Sexy.
I forgot to do that.
Oh, you got to download that, image.
I gotta find out, when did you send it to me?
That other
Oh, there
time.
it is.
Oh boy, that's adorable.
What is?
It's like what? Me, the talking pug.
Oh yeah.
I was looking at myself.
You just
I'm a
pass in
dog.
front of the mirror and you're like, wow, I look really.
Yeah,
really
I'm a
good."
dog after all. It took me a minute to realize what I was looking at. You know what this kind of reminds me of? King of the Hill.
You're saying Bobby turned into a corrupt cop?
No, I just this is what I imagined the interior one of the King of the Hill houses would look like with the garage door open.
You're saying your comic's a comedy, Frederick?
No, not really. It's not funny.
Boo.
See, from this angle, now it's reminding me of Virus.
Got the hand here with the good shadow work. Looks, and I love the painterly style. Like he looks like splotches of paint on the side of the hand, making the light there. I think it looks hand painted. I'm loving what he did there. Of course, I'm biased.
I mean, it does look good. It does look really, really good.
Yeah, it's off to a good start. And I just sent him page 2 and 3, which are a double page spread. So we're starting with full spread, then double page spread. So it's starting off with.
You mean spread eagles?
It's starting off with the bang, you know.
Say it later, animated. You mean spread eagles?
Later
right?
animated.
Spread eagle.
Well, Spread Eagle is a trademark name that I would have to pay money if I used that name all the time, you know.
Yes, it's the proper term. It's the new term. Give it the program, Grandpa.
Well, it's patent pending.
Patent pending. Huh.
That's right.
This cop's pissed off.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad I changed the opening of the story because in the first draft, we were just like zooming into the outside of his rented apartment in the house, or rented room in the house.
Okay.
And it was like, I thought about it and I was like, damn, that's like such a wasted first page.
All right, that's actually really funny, Otter, because I just sent you a message asking if you can join us.
The thing is, like, I didn't even intend it at all. I was like, all right,
Well-
time to join. And then right as I joined, I see that you sent me a message.
Surprise!
Well,
Perfect
you
things.
know,
Coming
since
to
you're
the-
here, Otter,
Yes.
see, Chill Kid asked me to play a video on stream for you, right?
Okay, I'm scared now.
Now, I kind of forgot about this. This was all the way back in early December,
Oh. Okay.
and I forgot about it.
All right.
Let me pull it up.
All right. I am psyched.
All right, here you go.
I've been a nasty
I'll
girl.
be right back.
I've been a nasty. Somebody gonna match my freak. Somebody gonna match my freak. Somebody gonna match my nasty.
And that was from Chill Kid. You see?
Hey, you can't lob the blame towards me, all right? There was a lot of alcohol involved and I was just having a lot of fun.
See, like December the
No
20th,
comment.
I remembered or saw it. And I forgot again.
Oh my god. It's
There you
amazing though. I haven't seen that video though. It's pretty great.
Well, I mean, it was you being recorded of you.
Oh boy. Yeah, I don't remember a thing about that night. It's all
Mm.
blur.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Hey, like what movement penalty will Christian have next session? By the way,
It's gonna be like halved movement or something like that. He's basically I'm gonna use like encumbrance rules for like not being able to walk straight. Oh my god. Yeah, that's exactly what's gonna happen. It'll be fun, not so much fun for Christian, but it'll be fun for me. And I think it'll be fun for everybody else.
Yep. Now we go into the Dwarven Mountains.
Yep. Straight towards the Dwarven Mountains. I need to ask everybody if they want to make any pit stops along the way. I know this is a little off topic considering this is kind of a private game, but I'd been meaning to ask everybody if they wanted to make any pit stops along the way with their characters. There's like a few towns along the way.
Probably not because technically in the quest urgent.
A little bit, yeah. There's like the
It stops on the way back, but
there's like the tribal town.
And
Then
for the
there's
most part, I don't see it happening except for maybe we need supplies or something.
right.
we
So
got
it-
supplies.
So it's like the Dwarven Mountains, the city of Durhold, actually isn't your destination. It's like a pit stop along the way there. That's like the entrance into the underworld. Then it's like another couple of days and you arrive to where you think is the Dwergar city.
The mines of Moria.
The Mines of Moria.
And then Sean Connery is still going to be looking for a werewolf.
Yes. That'll be fun.
Otter's going to introduce us as an enemy next.
What the fuck did I just watch?
That's going to be an enemy you're going to add soon, in a quest.
I've never
Oh,
seen
of course.
Gunpowder
You know,
Fist.
Evidently,
I
that
actually
dude
haven't.
Wow.
That dude's going to get attacked by harpies. Then he had the
Chosen
UFO.
one!
And now he's going to have a cow possessed shooting milk at people.
Well, clearly. Last few sessions have been a little wacko, though. That's
Well,
for
we
sure.
also performed an exorcism, in that session. We fought the fucking demon version of the ghost of Christmas past, future, and present.
Yeah, it wasn't just that. Like, you all got abducted by the Martians from Sesame Street too. That was probably the most wacko bit of that session.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed that you didn't have the possessed dude go, "Your mother sucks cocks in hell."
I could have. I didn't think about it at the time though. It was fun though.
Yeah, and it drained frequencies level. He was crying.
It was so sad.
So sad.
Actually, when you first told me that, I was like, "What?
Yeah,
Everything I just did over the last month is now gone?"
that's the thing. Like, so it's like There are two things to my knowledge that cure energy drain. That is restoration or a wish, and a wish is like the most powerful spell in the entire game. So pretty much, it has to be some form of restoration.
Genie.
Yeah, there's a reason why whenever I had that as part of the quest, I'm like, I'm gonna give you all a potion of restoration just as the quest reward, because you guys are likely gonna need it.
Also, frequency. Don't ever trust a djinn. What are you talking about? Don't ever trust a djinn. You'll be like, can I have my level restored? And they're like, sure. Back to all the way. They're going to restore it back to level 1 session.
Yeah, I hear they're quite big on wording.
Yes.
Absolutely.
They're also demons.
They're very semantic.
Yeah, and then you all got visited by like the ghosts of like Christmas past, present, and future, but they were all assholes.
Yep.
Yes, and then fucking frequency over here. They was trying to kill us, and he's like, I'm a pacifist. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? He's trying to murder us.
Yeah, but let's face it, in character, if he says, hey, let's talk, and they actually start to back off a little, he's been that way from day one.
It was time to murder the demon frequency. The demon.
And honestly, in my stupor, I kind of thought, oh, this is another test.
Here was the thing: you actually had you got a natural 20 on like your charisma roll. Here's the thing: this was something I kind of ignored to tell you all. But if you all had stopped attacking, she probably would have stood down and left. Bitterly, but she would have left.
Yeah,
that's what I was looking to do, but
murder, you know.
Yeah,
and
like
she was
either way, she's not going to be kind to you all.
Listen, she was a real cunt.
Oh no, she was a straight up bad guy, but it's just I had to go with what the character would have done, and that's how he's been the whole time. Heck, that's why we have goblins as villagers now. I'm not making a good case for myself on that one.
Yeah, they weren't slaves, Otter.
Yeah, definitely not.
With jobs.
And trust me, like for what your character would do, like for me, that's like far from the worst thing your character could have done. Like I don't even think it's a bad thing your character did. But
I don't know if Blackwood ended up dead.
Okay, that would have been that would have been interesting.
Blackwood was getting the shit kicked out of him. Of the ghost.
One thing I need to tell everybody, technically this is a part of the game. It's like if anybody ever wants to like roll up a new character, even while their other one is alive, like I'm not gonna say no. Because that's kind of the thing. It's a whole like sandbox or whatever.
Yeah, but you do that like if you want to run a different party in a different part of the world.
Pretty much.
Yeah, we already have like Billy's commanding the fighters. I'm commanding the scouts. We're rolling for them. Role playing more than one character at a time is probably get a little tough to keep track of, don't you think?
It's more of a case where it's like you're briefly retiring one character. It's like they're kind of acting passively while you're playing another one. That's the idea, anyway.
Yeah, but I want to level my character up.
Yeah.
We ain't at the point where levels don't matter no more, you know?
Right.
Let's hope we can get to that point before a certain dragon deal goes wrong and we don't see it coming.
We don't know nothing about that as Christian, and he better hope we don't find out because he's probably going to go to jail. Or dead.
Here's the thing, like it probably would have told you all, but the Ghost of Miracles Past, Present, and Future, they were going to show you past, present, and future, and if you all went along with the Ghost of Miracles Present, it would have shown you what Cerialis was doing.
We'll still find out one day.
One day.
I mean, eventually he's gonna sacrifice, and we're like, why is this person missing?
Hmm.
I was expecting to see that on the job board. So and so is missing.
Also, no offense, but eventually the people, the orc tribe, are gonna come looking for their shaman that went missing in their town.
Yep.
Man, it's gonna be really easy to ask. Hey, what happened to this person? Oh, Sirius.
Are you guys
into this
talking
cave.
about? You guys talking about a game of DEI and Dragons?
Of course.
No,
the
we're-
orc, the orc
That's what I'm
shaman,
gonna say. It's not DEI and dragons.
listen, we're playing
the
better
half orc
system.
the half orc shaman got sacrificed to a red dragon. I wouldn't exactly call that politically correct.
Listen, Frederick, we're playing Chad and Crusades.
Shad and Crusades.
No,
Yeah,
Chad.
Shad and Crusades.
You know what, Frederick?
You build your.
You know what? There we go. Better.
All better.
You're saying something, Frederick?
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I just rebooted.
Glad you could join us, Frederick. I didn't know you were on the stream.
Yeah. So Otter, I got to ask the $1 million question.
What's that?
Halfway through that spirit fight, what the heck happened to Peanut Butter?
Peanut Butter was
You just
with
kind
you
of
all.
forgot
still.
about him, huh?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm not even gonna try and hide it. Peanut Butter was still there, and he basically how I thought of it was that he went back to sleep with you all. He was
That's
still
what I
alive, but
figured.
he was basically frozen over, and Giovanni had to basically warm him up and
Wait.
take off the frost.
Wait. Quick question.
Yes.
He fucking left all the way from Blackwood's place all the way into town.
No, Giovanni
they're in
was in
town
town.
now.
I thought he was with Blackwood.
No, they were all in town as part of that big feast.
Oh, okay.
Blackwood was back in town again, so they showed up with him.
The funny thing was, whenever that was happening, I was thinking to myself, man, I kind of want Peanut Butter to be here with you guys. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna roll for it. See which of the villagers ends up being with you all. He's on that table. I rolled out of 20 or so different people, I rolled Peanut Butter.
This is Christian's character at the beginning of the next session.
I had to pull something out of my butthole, and that was the best I could come up with.
Literally.
Yeah, it actually is, and he doesn't even know it yet. Oh, he might be listening.
He's not
Not
listening.
saying
We're
it.
fine.
I
He's
feel
not-
bad. In one way, I feel bad for Christian's character, but then again, he is making sacrifices to dragons and shit.
A fucking red dragon. An evil. It's evil.
Overtly evil.
Yeah,
He tried. What was it? He tried giving him a fucking. Oh, we could be friends. Here's a human and a dragon holding hands. I'm like, this is a red dragon. Red dragon. Red dragons are not friendly. They want subjugation.
They're like the most evil of all dragons, in fact.
You know, that reminds me of the really horrible or what is it called? 6th edition.
D&D 2024 rules or whatever.
Yeah. And it's called 6th edition, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's technically 5th edition, but they're calling it D&D 2024. It's stupid. It's really dumb.
Remember the horrible cover? Let me pull it up.
DEI and Dragons.
That is DEI and Dragons.
Here, Frederick, your favorite cover.
Dungeons and Drag shows.
The cover you think is the best cover.
DEI and drag shows.
Amazing.
That's 2023 for you.
Yeah, but when we were abducted by the aliens, and I love how you did that, by the way.
Oh, that was just a joke quest.
I know,
That's all it was.
but I just couldn't help it. You know, I had my character tell them when they were going probe. I had my character say, "Cerealis likes the probes," and I think this is the first time I ever said his name right.
I think so, yeah.
And then Blackwood picked that up and ran with it.
Yeah, that was the... See, that whole quest was basically me having a joke at the last minute. And it's like, it's not worth a ton of XP, but this is like me just handing you guys XP for indulging me being dumb for like 30 minutes.
All right,
It
Frederick.
was worth it.
We're gonna have
I haven't
you
looked
review
that hard
this
in a while.
cover. We're gonna have you review this cover, Frederick. Tell us all the problems. Look at it, Frederick. Look at it. Where the fuck is he, Hands?
Didn't you boot him out?
Look
No, he's
at it.
not. He disappeared. He ran away.
Look at it.
When he gets back, we're making him review it. He will have to look at it. He will have to suffer.
Suffer as I have suffered.
God, look at that.
Oh my god.
Can you tell if it's missing a handle or they fucked up the handle?
The cover just looks AI to me. That's what I keep telling myself. It just looks very much AI.
Remember when Google put out its AI and it was like they hard baked DEI right into the
Yeah,
search
it's like
algorithm?
show me some like Germans from World War II, and they were all black.
Oh my god.
Frederick, you're gonna have to review this cover. Come on.
It was hilarious.
I mean, it's not impressive to me, especially comparing to what I grew up with the red box. Elmore's freaking beautiful art. This is, I don't know.
But look, your villain's here. Your villain's in the little corner, kind of covered up by the fucking player's
But
handbook.
who's the dragon behind them?
It's a good dragon. It's the
Yeah,
dragon.
it is a
on
good
their
dragon.
So they're all good. I'm not worried about them. They'll be fine.
side. Then your evil dragon is right here.
He's probably a right-wing dragon, you know? Voted for Trump.
Yeah, he's MAGA dragon, right?
So they're going to kill him. They're going to have like a plus 500.
It's like a rules revision where it's like the blue dragon is all of a sudden good.
Also, I never understood where is the arm coming from.
It's his from his chin.
Oh yeah, where is it coming from?
Like I remember looking at this back. Like you can see, this is where his other arm is.
Billy,
Right?
dragons are magical creatures.
Hold up. Hold up. Here's his body, right? Body. His other arm is right here. Starts right here. Because you can. Starts right here. Right? And then somehow it goes like this. Right? And it goes here. And there's the head. Or that's not the body. What the fuck is that then?
It is the body.
That's no. That's not the body. Because look.
That's the
It
neck.
goes like here.
Yeah, and it goes back. It's the long neck that turns into the body.
Yeah, but
So-
this would be the body.
Oh, Nick Bottle.
No, this would be the body.
Unless it's one big long neck.
Yeah, but this would still be the body. Neck.
I thought it was one of them more
Where's the arm
serpent
coming from?
dragons.
Yeah, this is.
I think it's a gold dragon. That's my guess. Gold dragons are supposed to be like the most good-hearted of all the dragons, but they're supposed to be incredibly rare.
Yeah, but where's the hand coming from?
No idea.
Like, I'm seriously kind of confused about the anatomy of this fucking dragon.
Yeah, I see what you mean now.
Like, look at it. Neck, head, right? And it goes like this.
So I think the distinction
Yeah, it
between
really doesn't
alignment
make
and
sense.
dragons has always been like, was it chromatic and metallic? So all chromatic, like dragons embodying a certain color, all of them are various shades of evil. Whereas like the metallic ones, each like different metals, they're all different variants of good.
Also,
Show me the evil dragon. I'll take them out right now.
Also-
space laser.
if there's supposed to be magma underneath them, wouldn't they all be lighted red? Underneath.
That is a good point.
There's no.
They're on a bridge.
Yeah, but look right here. So evidently, there's holes in the bridge of lava,
Or he's on the other end of the bridge. I
and
don't
there's red
like
lighting
this.
coming right here.
I don't like this picture.
There's some red writing right here. Yeah.
What's up with his sword?
Which one? This one? That's a chick, by the way.
Is that?
Aren't they
Yes.
all?
Oh, I had no
Except
idea.
The one with the beard.
What's
That's
with
definitely
the
this chick.
what's with the non-existent chainmail?
There is no chainmail.
Are you saying it's non-existent?
There's no tits either. Like that's not a tit. That's not a tit. No tit here. No tit.
Keep in mind that classic D&D is Gary Gygax himself described it just as swords and sorcery. When you think of swords and sorcery, is this the first image that comes to your mind?
No, the first image that usually comes to my mind is Conan.
Yeah, like Conan, like it's
Red
usually
Sonja,
like it's
Fu
usually
Man
like
Blue.
Hey, Fu Man.
hey, Fu Man Blue.
Blue.
Yeah, it's usually kind of like dudes kind of like carving through enemies. They're usually like in loincloths or something like that. The ladies are barely clothed as well, and they're usually kicking ass as well. I mean, and on top of that, there's usually some sort of like eldritch monstrosity they're fighting. I don't get any of that from this image.
Also, look at this sword, Frederick.
Yeah, that's the thing. The handle only goes out on one side. It seems to disappear on the other side. He can't even handle.
I think it's
She-
also broken, isn't it? I think the blade and the
Oh,
the
I, hate,
pommel
Yeah,
are
the
actually not
hilt
cleaned
is
properly.
missing half its hilt.
I hate the picture so bad. It's just women, right? They're all women?
Looks like.
There is one dwarf guy.
There's a dwarf.
No, that's a
it.
dwarven woman.
Yeah,
No, that's a guy.
No,
it's
you
a
can't,
good
you
girl.
can't tell them apart.
Yeah,
No,
Otter.
you can actually. D&D dwarf women do not have beards. It's a crime against humanity, I know, but they don't have
Well,
beards.
maybe they fixed it. Maybe this is the
Does
one
that make
good
me a
move
criminal?
they did.
The dwarves in my universe don't have beards either.
Why does this look like the
Do
fucking?
they?
Or the ladies don't.
Are they all making pastries every other day in the vein of real world cultures?
Hey, by the way, this horse
No.
is shitting out a human.
Then you're fine.
Hey, this horse has a deformation like a second head and it's shitting out a human. This is supposed to be the back end, but it's just a human coming out its ass. What is that, Autumn?
What horse?
What?
Uh,
The fucking shield right here, the shield.
The shield itself, or like the emblem on the shield?
The emblem. Like it got
I
a
think it's
horse.
like
I was looking for a horse in the picture.
a
I
big
think it's like a
deformation.
rider on a horse. I think that's what it is.
The dude's coming out the horse's ass. Look at it. Its hind legs.
Well, clearly.
Where it's wrong, it's where its
From
ass is supposed to be,
behind.
but it's just a human fucking destroyed it. What would you rate this emblem, Frederick?
That sucks.
And you got Shaniqua over here.
Yeah, I hate everything about this.
Shaniqua's
have a
doing her
beard?
magic.
Like at best, she looks like a major character from like Magic the Gathering. At best, that's like putting it. That's being kind to it.
Otter,
At
what
worst,
was-
it's like the epitome of DEI bullshit.
all right, what was the DMG book? What was that
What
one?
was
Dungeon.
Dungeon Master's Guide?
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks a little better, but it still doesn't look very good. The thing is, like, this is Venger from like the 1983 Dungeons and Dragons cartoon, but he looks so weird. in
Yeah,
this.
it's a
Why is he
bit
missing a
better,
horn?
but they're all flat.
That's part of his actual. That's like his original design.
Yeah, that's the cool part about them. But have you noticed they're all flat? They're all flat
Yeah.
and kind of motionless.
The thing is, a lot of these are like famous characters that are like from older
Yeah,
like editions since the beginning.
the guy you're pointing at, I had him as a toy.
Yeah, that's Morduk. Or no, is it Warduke or Morduk? Something like that.
I don't
Hey,
know.
there's the slightest hint of a boob.
He wasn't on the show because what they made,
He's
they
there one episode.
what they ended up making toys out of, and what were on the show initially, were because there was a fight in the Dungeons and Dragons behind the scenes. Like some people were going with AD&D, other people were staying with basic D&D. There was like a rift, and one gang was working with the toys and the other gang was working with the cartoon, and they weren't talking to each other. That's why in the first years you didn't have any toys of the characters you saw in the show, and the toys you did have you didn't see on the show.
Yep.
So it's kind of backwards.
That line, so that dividing line is still there, by the way. People will swear either by B&X or first edition AD&D. People are still like very passionate on which one is actually better.
So what happened to the Beholder in this one?
It beheld.
Looks bad. Looks very bad. It's way too glowy for one. I don't like the glow, actually. I really don't.
Don't Beholders have like scales and shit on them?
I don't know how they are originally, but lore-wise, it's like, at least in newer editions, like there's different varieties of Beholders, so that's how you have like different designs for them.
Why is Minsk on the cover?
Being able to recognize that it's Minsk from Baldur's Gate. A lot of people have played Baldur's Gate 3, so they know who Minsk is now.
Yeah, but it doesn't even make sense on the monster manual.
Yeah, I have no idea. He's just fighting off the monsters, you know.
Also, why would he be turned towards these instead of the big fucking Beholder that's fixing to kill him?
Fuck if I know.
Then you got
Minsk is a joke character anyway.
Oh my god, she's literally performing black girl magic.
I was in Walmart the other day and actually saw a chick wearing a t-shirt that said that.
Oh my god.
What race was she?
Black. I mean, technically human, but I know what you meant.
Fuck. We got a tentacle. We got we got some Japan representation in here.
From what I know, there was a bit of that in Dragon Age: The Veilguard as well.
What happened in there?
The Blight, like how it's depicted, completely different from the first game.
Yeah, you must have missed the stream where I had Stormcrow on. Showed him that.
Yeah, I don't think I was there for that stream.
Hold up. I think you were. Hold up. May have been. Darkspawn.
They look so bad, man. So bad.
That's what the Darkspawn got turned into. Remember,
what were they before?
Yeah, pull up some of their older designs.
Dragon Age.
Drag show age. Or modern age.
They were just their version of orcs and shit. Goblins.
Yeah, basically just more demonic orcs.
Oh, like, they look so much alike.
This goes even farther with it.
There was a complete redesign. Wow.
Yeah. They look so much worse, in my opinion. They went from orcs to zombies and hentai tentacle.
This is what they look like now. It's what they used to look like.
They look like brimstone primates or something.
Yeah, like I said, it was just they were just basically Tolkien orcs and goblins and trolls. Just made more monster-like and shit.
I liked how you had different versions of Darkspawn depending on the race. So it was like, if it was a human, it was a Hurlock. If it was a dwarf, it was a Genlock. What was it? An elf, they turned into, what are they called? They're not shades. I'm trying to remember what they're called.
Banshees?
No, they're not banshees. They're kind of like more like, they're kind of like rogues or something like that. They can actually turn invisible. And then the Kunari, they turn into ogres.
Yeah, this was kind of if I remember, this is kind of what Mass Effect would go with later on. Where the armies of the Reapers are the kind of morphed and mutated races in that game.
Yeah.
Either way, Faggon Age, the Railguard, turn the Dark Spawn into generic zombies, albino zombies as well.
People were defending the Dark Spawn in that game so much too. They're like, "Oh, it's so much cooler now," and it's like, mechanically speaking, what are you doing? Oh, you're popping a bunch of like zits and stuff.
Oh my god, look at
That
this.
is the gameplay.
Look at this.
Don't get me started on the art style in that game. That is like D&D 2024, like the art style put into game form. And even then, it's like only some people are like, yeah, it looks good. Most people are like,
Look at this.
They really put the gay in game.
Yep, that's one way of putting it. Yep. It does not look good. Like, that's
Is that
the
the
thing.
trolls?
Yes.
It looks like the creature from Alien 4.
That's a disrespect to the creature from Alien 4.
I know.
God. Anyways, Faggon Age the Railguard on sale now.
You played that game, right, Billy Bob? That's your kind of no.
No.
You play now.
Play now.
No, but here's the thing. If I eventually can get it where I can stream, and when it goes on Game Pass, and it will go on Game Pass, I will fucking do a playthrough of it.
Oh, God. Good luck, man. Good luck.
Like I said, when it's on,
Godspeed.
it will be on Game Pass because EA and Game Pass are together. So I'm like, I'll just wait. And if I can stream it, I'll stream it. The whole fucking game. I'll be like, ooh.
Such a good game, you know?
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 has nothing on this game, you know?
Absolutely. Game of the year.
Red Dead Redemption 2 looks like
I've heard YouTube channels call this like one of the best video game endings of all time. I'm like, or one of the best endings in video games. I'm like, what video games are you playing?
not a whole lot. Evidently. Have you played Red Dead Redemption 2?
I think there are modern video games that have better endings.
Yeah, like Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
No, you got 2 endings in that game.
I can't wait to become a gamer again.
It is fun.
Minecraft had a better ending than Dragon Age the Felguard.
You know? You know?
Like, you know, in Minecraft, you beat the dragon, and then you go back to doing whatever the fuck you've been doing. Still
when I get a better computer, I will start doing some game. I don't know if I'll stream or if I'll just record the playthrough and then put them up that way.
I'm just idly playing RuneScape while I'm talking with everybody here. It's
So
a great AFK game, by the way.
So King Bob wasn't it like 4 or 5 years ago that on the Magic the Gathering, since they were having it over in China, they had to actually start censoring the woke writers and stuff
China.
on what they could do.
China.
Unlike their backstories, they were making them skull and back, and they were freaking the fuck out over it.
Oh, China.
China.
By the way, I am
upset by the tariffs. So upset.
By the way, I am absolutely stoked. From what I'm hearing, so I ended up writing up some lyrics, which may have to do with book 2. And I ended up handing them off to Evele, and he's actually helping me out with making a certain piece for it.
No way.
Yep.
Oh, that's gonna be cool.
King Bob, if I remember correctly, it was like something like the backstories or like little stories that they were doing on the Magic the Gathering or whatever it was. It's been a long time since I remember the story.
I've never really I've never really read or watched anything like Magic the Gathering related. I know it has its lore. From what I hear, it gets pretty extensive too. But I don't know much about it.
Neither do I. I remember having friends who played it, and I watched them play it, and I'm like, I have no clue how this works.
Oh, I played it a lot when I was in college.
I think like the game itself is decently fun. I'm not nearly
Super
as
fun.
addicted to it as everybody else. When I got into it, though, it felt like the game was suffering a bit from feature bloat.
Yeah, I was there in the early days, 5,000 years ago.
Also, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, I think, comes out next month.
Oh, nice.
And they're gonna fucking melt down. They're gonna be like, "Oh my god, everyone's saying Jesus Christ be praised."
Oh, you know it's gonna be a whole Twitter controversy. Like, I'm waiting for it.
Dude, it was just so funny when they.
What's that game? I've never heard of.
So Kingdom Come Deliverance is it was a crowd-funded game.
Okay.
From Warhorse Studios, and they were making kind of a simulation of like what is it, 1500s like Bulgaria.
Yeah.
So there's liberties, and you can't have everything be like super realistic to the time period. But like the one IGN was like, "Oh, so you're gonna have black people?" And he's like, "There's only like 1% in the country at that time, probably of the population." So he's like, "No, I'm not gonna do it." And then the what was it? The IGN dude went, "Actually."
Yeah, pretty much.
Of course he did.
You can actually pull up the interview, and it's cringe as all hell.
And basically, he told them to go fucking eat a bag of dicks. He's not doing it. Like, he does not give a fuck.
Nice.
And the game is everyone talks like everyone's Christian in the game.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's the Middle Ages in Europe, so
they end a lot of conversations about may God bless you and all this other stuff in the dialogue. Yeah. And they didn't like that, and it's like, what did you expect?
Yeah, really.
Well, they're very anti-religious in general, particularly anti-Christians. Very xenophobic of them,
Yeah, and now that when the game came out, it was buggy. It did actually need to have more time in the oven. But however, the game is fun. Like, it's a little bit of a niche, but it's fun.
From what I've heard, I haven't played the game myself, but everything I've heard of it, it sounds like it kind of plays like Oblivion, but it's like a lot of like older Elder Scrolls features. A lot of that's in the game. It's like stuff that Bethesda removed over time. They put that into Kingdom Come Deliverance.
To basically describe it, I'd kind of say it's kind of like Morrowind and I'm going to say this. You played Cyberpunk, didn't you?
Me? No.
It's a little bit like mixed between that. Well, it came out before Cyberpunk, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the game is an RPG. You play a peasant, so you actually have to learn how to read and how to hunt and use a bow and stuff. And as you use the stuff, you get access to more skills and you become better with your equipment. So when you start out with the bow, and the bow is really fucking shit, but as you continue to use it, you'll get really good. You'll be able to aim better.
See, that's the thing I actually really like starting out at rock bottom whenever I'm starting out a game, because you really feel that sense of accomplishment when you start becoming good at something.
Yeah, and it kind of goes for trying to do like realism in the mechanics. So you have to actually eat, you have to sleep, you have to wash yourself, you have to clean your armor and your weapons with blood off of it and shit.
That was always one of my favorite things that I modded into Skyrim, was where it was just like basic hunger, water, and then hunger, hydration, and sleeping meters. That's it. But it's amazing how much better it makes the game, because it's like it doesn't like affect fast travel or anything. It's just it actually feels like you're living in the world.
You also have to you can't sleep at night. you cannot wander around the town at night, or you have to hide, because it actually was fucking illegal in a lot of the Middle Age.
Curfews.
Yeah, curfews. So you might go to jail if you get caught at nighttime snooping around. Yeah. Or they'll be like, hey, you need to go fucking like go to the common place and sleep. Gotta do something.
Well, the only people out at night would be thieves, right?
Hey, Raven! I didn't see you come in.
Hey,
Or
Raven.
hobos. Like I am in the game.
So it's like you don't start the character with like, you don't choose the character's backstory. That's predefined for you, I think.
Yeah, you're playing a created character.
Okay.
However, you're playing in the first game, you are playing a peasant, like literally a peasant.
Okay, that is something that I like, just because it's like, this is kind of something I never really liked about the Witcher games. It's like you're playing a predefined character who's basically already gone through 7 books worth of adventures.
In this one, it's more of, I think your journey is basically just becoming a knight. Like you're not, there is a DLC, I think, where you can become a lord, but you're basically a knight is what you get to. And you, by the end of the game, you can read and write.
Yeah.
Like I said, as more and more as you use weapons and stuff, the more skills you can unlock and get better at it and unlock different maneuvers and shit. It's really fun. Really recommend it. I think it is worth playing.
What game is that?
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Or Kingdom Come Deliverance is the one we're talking about, the first one. You should know it, Raven.
I don't think so.
I am curious of how they're going to go about in the second game, because you can't start off like you were in the first game.
Is it a direct sequel? Is that
Yes.
how it's working? Oh,
Yes. You're still playing the same character, and it's taking place after the first one, of course. So it's like
I'm kind of wondering if this isn't going sort of like based off like older like D&D rules, where it's like the idea is you're kind of, it's a similar principle. You're starting off with somebody who has next to no money. You're a nobody in the world, but by the end you're like a lord. You've got land and everything. So I'm wondering if the second game might have the idea of where it's like you're actually leading armies into battle or something like that.
if I remember correctly, you don't become a lord. Like I think it was just the DLC or something.
Oh, okay.
But you're definitely underneath lord and stuff where you're working under. And you do, if I remember correctly, kind of lead some soldiers and stuff. It's been a while since I played the first one. I got to replay it eventually.
Yeah.
And they get pissed at the horse. Yeah, fuck the horse.
Is the world itself, is it truly open world, or is it like zones?
I think technically truly open world, but you're going to use fast travel.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like Daggerfall in that sense, where it's like, it is an open world, but it's such a large world, it's like, it's better to fast travel.
Yeah, also just... If I remember correctly, you can travel. You just primarily want to use the fast travel.
Oh,
and
okay.
it actually has a little bit of fun mechanic, as there is a random encounter that can happen that it rolls on, and it can simulate so you can get like ambushed and shit by bandit on your way. Let's see if I can. I also love looking up the glitches for the game.
The game has always seemed a bit glitchy from what I've seen.
It was, when it really launched, like I said, it needed more time.
That is on Steam.
I will say the combat takes a little bit getting used to. Like you have like directions and aim and block and shit.
Yeah.
And you have like a stamina system, but the best way to do the combat is just spam left or right. You eventually kill the enemy.
Eventually.
And the clothing system is cool. This is why I wish Bethesda's never going to take inspiration, but I wish Bethesda would actually copy that game's clothing system because it's like a layered clothing.
Hmm.
And put on like a bunch of different items and stuff individually on you. And there is I think most games need to have durability on weapons. There's always an incentive to go back to town with that when you have that
Wait.
type of mechanic.
Is this the game where towards the beginning you end up digging through a latrine or something to find some like some heirloom or something?
What?
I'm trying to remember some of this
The
video.
beginning of the
familiar.
first game, it's not, I mean, the game's been out for a while, so get over the spoilers, but the beginning of the game is your father is a blacksmith, and I don't remember the actual history, but like they're getting invaded by, what are they called? Starts with a C. At that time, it's taking place during like an invasion of their land. That was entire, like,
Californians.
huh?
Californians.
Yeah, Californians.
Damn
Exactly.
Californians.
You're getting like invaded by them, and your family gets like murdered. You end up delivering like the sword that gets made by your father to the Lord and shit. King Bob, you played Kingdom Come Deliverance, didn't you?
Yo, Christy.
Oh.
So why has he got to be a blacksmith? Like, why not a whitesmith? Was it the 1% rule? They had to.
Yes, he was the 1% blacksmith.
He's a DEI smith, an African American smith. How dare you be racist?
You need to play it, King Bob. It's fun. Like I said, I wish Bethesda would take inspiration and kind of copy some shit from that game into there. It doesn't have to be Elder Scrolls 6 doesn't have to be fully realistic, but you know, some things can be.
I really hope Bethesda does something with Elder Scrolls 6 because I don't think many people are hopeful about it.
All right, I'm going to do the joke again. You know, Bethesda had done something monumental, right?
What's that?
This was announced last year. For the first time in Bethesda history, the game is in a playable state. I don't
Oh
know
my
how they
god.
did it. Like,
Now that's a marvel. That's awesome.
the thing is, we won't see Elder Scrolls 6 until 2027, 2028. Like, the game didn't enter full production until after Starfield. Starfield came out, what, 2023, if I remember correctly? Late 2023?
Something like that.
So,
The thing is, like, their marketing for Starfield was actually pretty good. Then the game released. And everybody just kind of went, it's okay, I guess.
there's one YouTuber who actually, like, he plays, like, Daggerfall, and he really likes procedural generation type games.
When they're done well, they're, like, they can be great. It's just, here's the thing, Bethesda hasn't really done procedural generation well in, like, 20 or so something years. Like, 18, 19 years.
Well, the thing is, okay, also with Starfield, there's no variation to the points of interest type places, right? So you have like cryogenic lab, right? There is no variation in that cryogenic layout of the place. So really, you're just switching between which one it is, but it's the exact same thing instead of, I don't know, having like 5 or 6 different types of rooms, 6 type of loot layouts, and you can mix and match all that shit, and you can end up with the same room, same concept, but like 20 different ways it can work. Bethesda didn't do that. Bethesda said one.
Here's another thing. I really think they should have taken a few cues from like some like classic RPG books, like random dungeon generation. like there are tons of books out there that do that. How about like random encounters? Like it, like take it from like a bunch of people who have actually like played like D&D and other systems. You can do a lot with random encounter tables, more than you think you can. Why doesn't Bethesda take some notes from that?
Because they're lazy.
Yeah, that's my only conclusion. A
Now,
lot of
didn't
it's
we?
just laziness.
One thing that always drove me bonkers about Skyrim was there was supposed to be this massive war going on, and yet you never really ran into any troops. You never come across any battles. I mean, you might find a small skirmish here or there, but nothing.
Yeah, but to be fair, that was 2011, and it was like a studio of 100.
Here's
Well,
the thing, though. I think they could have
There's-
just added a few more situations of the war actually happening, and I think it would have been a lot better.
There were a number of mods that added stuff that made you feel like there was an actual war going on. In some cases, I don't remember. I remember after installing a couple of them, I would just completely. I would end up running across a lot of times where there'd just be a whole field full of troops from either side fighting it out. And you can involve yourself or skirt the thing and go around, or try to get through safely without getting killed.
Right. And
That's
that-
too much for Bethesda.
here's the thing, like the reason why people are still coming back to Skyrim, like a large part of that is just because of the mods. Everybody knows that's the reason why so many people are still playing Skyrim.
And even mods won't save Starfields. Funny
Nope.
enough. What if I remember correctly? Starfield was made. The teams weren't communicating and building the game separately, like they weren't talking to each other at all. And if they're what was it? Is it there was no main design document or whatever order? What's it called?
Yeah, it's kind of like a design document where they're actually detailing the overall design philosophy, the standards that they have in place. It's basically a bit of common ground saying, hey, when in doubt, go back to this, refer to this. This is our overall vision.
Yeah, Starfield didn't have that.
Oh, did it not?
No.
Oh my god.
And they were proud of it too. You know, the funniest part was, I don't think it was Todd Howard. I think it was, what is his name? Pagil. What's his name? Starts with a P. The fucking retarded writer.
Oh, Emil Pagliarillo?
Yeah. I think it was him who was like, we didn't, oh, no, never mind. It was Todd Howard in like an interview was like, yeah,
Those are
wasn't
very
like
different
the last
names.
year or two in development that we figured we built the game. We were like, this isn't fun. Hopefully, down the line, we'll find some. It would actually feel fun.
Hopefully, it'll be fun eventually.
Well, so I will defend the
Okay.
game slightly there. There are a lot of games that don't come together until the last minute. Like you can never truly know for a lot of games until it's getting to a certain point, and it's either things will come together or they won't. That said, to my knowledge, there are measures you can take to prevent that, which I think old school Blizzard was like really draconian about. This was make sure that the game is always playable and make sure that you're having fun playing it.
Yeah, they didn't find the fun. That was the thing.
Yeah.
Like they were like, this sucks. let's have all our teams working on different stuff, and it's not actually being we're not actually having it cohesion or anything together to make sure it melds together.
Who needs cohesion?
We're
Am
just
I right?
this team is working on this gameplay loop. This team's working on this gameplay loop. They're not talking to each other at all. But hopefully it works. You know, who knows?
It'll work.
Dur, 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 dur.
Just give it some
It'll be
time.
fine. Don't
It'll
worry
be
about
fine.
But don't worry, guys. Elder Scrolls 6 gonna be the best game ever, right?
That's gonna be the shit.
We're gonna go to the land of Hammerfell.
So,
Again,
which are
Yes,
you looking
yes, we've
forward
already been there.
to the most? Are you looking more forward to Elder Scrolls 6 or GTA 6?
GTA 6.
I don't. Yeah, I'm with Billy on that one.
There's a GTA 6.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's coming.
Is it multiplayer like 5, or is it just the single
What do you
player?
mean? Like a single player, like every Rockstar game? Yeah, it'll have a multiplayer component later
I'd
on.
be surprised if it doesn't, because
Look.
GTA Online made bank.
Dude, I saw so many people coping, being like, they're not gonna make a new online. They never confirmed it. They won't do that because everyone was playing GTA 5 online, and they'd be really upset if they have to restart. And I'm like, they're counting on you being upset and paying shark cards to get new shit in the new online. They want you to reset. You've been playing the online for 11 years. Most people have like billions of dollars online.
So I think I only ever played the online thing, and I don't think I ever even. I think I did just enough of the single player game in order to be able to do the online game.
Okay.
And then I never went back to the single player. I don't know. I never really. I have some of the Grand Theft Auto stuff, but I just I enjoyed the Saints Row stuff more.
Including the last Saints
No.
Row?
The only Saints Row that ever came close to Rockstar was Saints Row 2.
What about the
let's
last
take these
Saints
Grand Theft
Row?
Auto guys and put them in Twisted Metal cars.
What about the woke Saints Row that killed the company?
No. Only
Huh?
Saints Row. The only Saints Row you should ever play is Saints Row 2.
Saints Row 2 was good, but Saints
it
Row
is-
3 has some of the really funny stuff because
No. Saints
they
Row
could not
2.
compete on the seriousness stuff
No.
of GTA, and
Saints Row
so I enjoyed 3 and 4. Probably 3 more, but I do like 2 a lot more, I think, than 3 or 4.
Saints Row 2. It is the company I've seen the closest to ever make a good open world that can compete with Rockstar.
Yeah.
Saints Row 2's open world was that fucking good. And the little details they had in the game
Oh yeah.
was great. And it's worth playing. Basically, Saints Row 2 is GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas kind of like successor, less than 4.
And because they
That's
couldn't
me.
compete with GTA series, and they may have even gotten a cease and desist. I don't remember. They kind of ended up taking it on the silly direction. But Saints Row 3 was kind of fun with like the Ginky Bowl and some of the other silly things that they did. That I could see a hardened criminal having a fun time driving a vehicle around and trying to blow people up and stuff.
The problem with Saints Row 3 is they gutted the beautifully designed city and NPCs and all that shit. They gutted it in Saints Row 3.
True.
Which was, like I
You
said,
know
when
what
you
game
go-
you should really play?
What?
Saints Row.
No.
You know, the new one.
No,
I
you
hear
know
it's
what?
so good.
That
They're
game
called
failed-
roguelikes.
That game was so bad, failed so bad that the company's gone.
Yep.
I got out of hell. I don't remember how much I actually played it. I loaded up once maybe and got started and then got bored with it and quit playing maybe. But I don't know anything that happened after that.
Well, they rebooted it with Saints Row. And
The whole company turned into non-existent chainmail.
the game was
Wow.
extremely woke, but that wasn't even the most major problem. The game was actually unplayable. It was broken, unplayable mess. On top of being very woke.
Ew, boy.
Go woke, get your code broke.
And the game sold terribly, so terribly that they're now gone. The company's just wiped. They're all out of a job.
The devs were coping hard with that game too, weren't they?
They were clutching their non-existent chainmail.
I don't think the devs were really I don't think we heard that much from the devs, to be honest with that game.
Oh, okay.
Like it was just one of the ones where, like, I don't know, on your resume, if you have it on your resume, I probably wouldn't hire you.
I know I've been seeing a lot with like the Avowed devs, like actually, what is it? They're taking pleasure in like actually pissing people off about their game. They're like, oh yeah, we're sticking it to Elon. Fuck that guy. Then they don't realize that they're really fucking themselves over.
Yeah, it's like the main bald whitey dude who's like the story. I think he's one of the writers, or he's not. He's over something, whatever the story. I think he's like going on a crusade and like doing the full woke shit, right?
Yeah,
and he's doing like the Discord, like moderator shit, being real faggy, and it's like, you know what? I can't wait until Avowed is considered a failure.
You can tell already they've turned a lot of people off from their game. And unless Avowed ends up being that good, I don't think it's going to sell all that well. And here's the thing, the gameplay that I've seen is not really impressive.
I don't think it's going to do Game Pass well. I don't think that many people are going to download it, to be honest with you.
It doesn't look very interesting. That's the thing. Like, here's the thing. And, like, I didn't like a lot of the writing that I saw in, like, the Indiana Jones game. But from what I've seen and heard, like, the gameplay in that game is enough to make up for it. I'm like, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, but I have to hear, what was his name? Troy Baker doing fucking...
Yeah, that is a downside. This game, though, it's like... This just looks like... I don't know, there's just nothing really unique about it. It looks like fantasy Outer Worlds, and a lot of people didn't really regard Outer Worlds all that highly.
Well, I remember specifically, before we knew anything, we were kind of thinking like, oh, this is going to be like kind of a Skyrim competitor, right?
Yeah.
And then they eventually revealed, and they were like, no, it's more like on the scale of Outer Worlds. And it's going to be like zones and stuff, like Outer Worlds. I'm like, oh, okay. It's already looking like Outer Worlds, but fantasy.
Outer Worlds was the kind of game where it's like, even a lot of people who are like hardcore Obsidian fans were kind of mixed on that game.
Otter, you remember that picture I sent you?
I was looking forward to Outer Worlds, and then they decided that they were only going to be allowed on the one platform, and I was like, dang it. Well, okay, I guess I'm not pre-ordering it then. And I think I'm pretty glad that I didn't order it because it kind of seemed to disappear really fast.
I played it, I think like right when it came out. I think it was on Game Pass, I remember.
That was the thing, is that I wanted to stream it, and I knew I would get some viewers if I streamed it, right on release, because that's one of the things that happened with Cyberpunk 2077 is I streamed that the whole first week that it was out. And I got tons of viewers show up all the time.
Otter, can we talk about how people are I see this everywhere, but people keep acting like Cyberpunk 2077 is a good game now.
I see it as a lot of CD Projekt Red fanboyism. That's a lot of what I see. People are acting like, fair enough if you think it's a good game, but we went from like a couple years ago, everybody kind of being forced to say, yeah, it's not a very good game, to all of a sudden a lot of like YouTubers and like big social media personalities saying, oh yeah, it's one of the best RPGs ever made. I'm like, really?
It's like, let me put it like this. It had decent combat, okay driving, not that good storytelling.
The driving was not that great.
I had fun. Yeah, I had fun with it.
They did update the driving, James. I don't know the last time you played it, but they did update it where it was better.
They were saying similar things about The Witcher 3, like, and I enjoy The Witcher 3, but I'm like, that is not one of the best RPGs ever made. I'm sorry, it's not. That game has problems.
Yeah, I had fun with Cyberpunk 2077 whenever it first came out, but I had built a brand new computer specifically to play it and stream it. My biggest issues that I came across was actually streaming it, because I was using OBS to stream it, and I was trying to use like game capture, and game capture would capture something completely different than what I was seeing. And so I would change it to window capture. Window capture was catching some, completely different other stuff. And I finally just said, okay, screw it. We'll just do the card capture, which captures the entire monitor and stuff. And then people were able to see it, but then, it did weird things whenever I tried to tab out of it and do other stuff. But initially it was kind of fun, but yeah, the driving was wonky. There was other different issues. And like when I hit like 24 hours of playing it in a row, or like 18 hours or something, that's whenever I started hitting all the bugs that everybody else was seeing.
I'm going to criticize.
They did update it, and they did make the driving okay.
I'm going to criticize something in the game that nobody else wants to point out. I don't like the writing in Cyberpunk 2077. I always thought it was bad.
Oh, that was one of my main complaints.
Yeah,
was the characters.
I've heard so many people defend the writing, say, "Oh, well, it's very intelligently written." I'm like, it's childish. Like a lot of the dialogue, it feels like it was written by someone who learned how to say "fuck" and like for the first time.
Here's the thing, gamers.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, not the best when it comes to being able to judge writing.
That unfortunately, that is true. The standard for good writing in gaming is not terribly high. There are some good games with some really good writing. I don't think Cyberpunk is one.
Do y'all remember this?
In 2077, they voted my city the worst place to live in America. Main issues, sky-high rate of violence, and more people living below the poverty line than anywhere else.
You can't handle my edge, boy.
Everybody still wants to live here.
The funniest part, so this even works. There's a 3D mod. Like they done all the animation in first person. Yeah, you can see your shadow. So you can see the animation. They were so bad.
To live here. This city's always got a promise for you. Might be a lie, an illusion, but it's there, just around the corner. And it keeps you going.
You can't handle my edge. Oh my god.
It's a city of dreams.
Example text.
I'm a big dreamer.
Yes.
The funniest thing that they added in the physics, which was also really fucking janky, was the enemies could trip over dead bodies and objects and shit.
Oh yeah.
And it looks so fucking clunky and weird.
See, a lot of these types of bugs I didn't get until I was like 8 hours into the game.
Funny enough, I actually didn't experience this many bugs. Mainly for me, it was like crashing and shit like that. But like full-on shit like this, I didn't get. Surprisingly.
Oh, I had one. I think I've been playing for 8 or 10 hours when somebody popped in and was asking me questions about stuff, and I was like, "Yeah, I really haven't seen any bugs yet." But then, at this point, I've been playing about 8 hours today or something, and like right at that point, something appeared invisibly in the road, and the car ran into it and like flipped over something. It was hilarious.
I have stories about the bugs. Like, one thing I ended up doing, because you can get like double jump in this game or a super jump, I'd go around and just start platforming everything. And that's when you start realizing, when you start bringing into verticality, how much is actually broken. It's actually really ridiculous how much is broken. And it's not just like the physics, but it feels like the game was rushed, because I would get on top of roofs, and when you get up there, things look way different. You look at the floor or the roof that you're on, and you see that it's actually two separate models that are clipped together on top, and it just looks terrible. And I found a shit ton of them in the game. And don't even get me started with the melee. They had this early thing where your sword would get clipped inside your own body and it would not clip out, so your character was just trying to swing, but his hands were constantly like clipping through the camera, and you just die.
Like I said, people really forget how bad this game was. And yes, they did fix a lot of bugs. I will give that. However, the game's problem wasn't just the bugs. It was writing. It was some of the gameplay, the story overall, like narrative was, first of all, the campaign was fucking incredibly short. And they were fucking gloating about how much they cut from the story.
Why is that a gloat?
I don't know. They're like, ooh, we made the game shorter, guys. And I'm like, why? Stop doing this.
It's like, surely that's a plus, right? Right?
2077. What makes someone a criminal?
I also did play this on Xbox One X, so that's probably, I didn't have like the graphical problems the people playing on Xbox One PS4.
I was on the PC. I got all the glitches.
However, I did experience usually it was just in combat, like sometimes really bad frame rate.
Yeah. Combat sucked. The stealth sucked.
The shooting, I think, was actually okay.
The shooting's okay, but when I mean combat overall, it's very easy to cheese after a while.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Where you could just like burn through everything. It's very
you become incredibly broken. Like everything was like builds were broken as fuck. Like,
I would get certain cyber chips and I would just attack people remotely and let them fry, and they could never find me. And I could just keep attacking over and over and over again and fry like the entire, like, I think the samurai gang was in one square or something, and I just fried all of them because they couldn't figure out where I was attacking them from.
Dude, you can actually be more broken than that. There's a mod that has like a contagion, and you just spread it to one, and you just fucking wipe out the whole base in like 5 seconds.
That's one. So Contagion was one of the best ones if you could find it. But there was also the fire thing, and so I would set them on fire. In some cases, they would set each other on fire because they would run into the other person and set them on fire.
Yes.
But yeah.
Yeah. Because before they put a bullet in you, you'll make this whole city burn. In Night City, you can become anyone, anything. Your body can pay pretty bad. So seize the day.
I want to find the Razor Fist had like an incredible clip of like the fucking grenade while you're getting on the operating table, fucking like clicking. I want to find that.
Physics is ridiculously broken in that. Oh yeah.
I mean, it had a great idea. I was pumped for it initially. I had fun initially, and then I just got really bored with it.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah. Most of my fun was just
2077.
exploring the glitches and jumping on top of stuff.
Pre-order now.
But here's the funny part. There was like signs of like problems. One of them was, you remember there were supposed to be wall running, James?
Yeah.
So they announced that they removed that mechanic. Yet, if you remember, the gorilla arms were supposed to be the way you were supposed to be able to rip open like doors and stuff and machine guns off.
Yeah.
They removed that mechanic.
This is an old video I made when the game released of just all the glitches I ran into that I'm displaying.
You were also supposed to have the hack cyberware, like whip thing was supposed to be able to remotely hack somebody, like connecting to them from distance. That was removed, and they didn't mention that at all until the game
was a nightmare in development.
Yeah, it was It was originally supposed to be a third-person game. We have original footage of Cyberpunk in like 2017 or some shit.
This is a scene where the characters aren't exiting the car when they're supposed to. And there's some of the broken combat. A very powerful pistol with a good scope can defeat most enemies. You just keep shooting them in the head.
There's a more broken pistol than that. There's what is it, Lizzie?
Yeah, there's another part I'm talking about. Look at the roof. This is multiple meshes put together. This is how the roofs look.
Oh, yep.
Like that. That's what it looks like on top. That's a nightmare.
If I could get onto a roof and then hack into a camera somewhere and then bounce around through the different cameras, I could take out like most of a building.
Yeah, the combat's pretty easy after a while. I don't know why this is displayed backwards. But they're supposed to say you can't pick up item. Ran into a number of items it just couldn't pick up at all.
I do remember on launch day that they did eventually patch it, like, I don't know, 5 or 6 weeks later, but there was dildos everywhere.
There's another one I kept running into a lot of this sloppy architecture. The meshes just clipping together, attached to nothing like that. So what's that attached to right there? It's just going straight through it. And then some more clipping. That was me. I was jumping on top of all the buildings, so I ran into all the architecture issues. There's a lot of that sloppiness throughout the city.
Well, I think we're fixing to start wrap up. Otter.
All right. I guess I'm starting off tonight. Well, and if you're looking for what the Otter has to offer, I always have my Swords and Sorcery novella out, which I am getting things ready for the polishing and conclusion of the second book as we speak. I'm also in the works of having a special little song piece done for it as well. Just got the lyrics done and written, and it seems like Evelyn is going to be handling the music for that. So be on the lookout for that here in the next few months. It still has a bit more to go. I'm also nearly done with a formal review I've got for one of Herman P. Hunter's books called The Wizard's Stone. The Amazon review is already up, but the Substack review just needs a little bit of polishing before it's out.
Remember, James, those weren't just dumb-looking shadows. That was actually the shadows of the animations. Playing out.
Character animations are just terrible.
Also, Frederick.
Yeah. imakecomics.com is a forward that'll take you to Rattel Comic, where you can see a bit more information on this comic, a few samples online, as well as my social info. You can also find me on Tuesdays on Proof of Comics and Wednesdays on Comicsgate Commandos. And this week we have like a double whammy because AC Pritchard and Luke Stone, which are working together on a comic book. AC is being interviewed on Tuesday on Proof of Comics, as well as Luke Stone on Commandos this Wednesday. So tune in, listen to that super combo, and yeah, enjoy.
Nice. Raven.
Yeah, I think I have some people like pre-alpha reading my book. Hopefully I'll get some good feedback from that and be able to add some useful things. So stay tuned on when that may possibly be coming.
Nice. James.
You can find all my stuff worldwithoutendlore.substack.com. worldwithoutendlore.substack.com. I'll be releasing another short story momentarily. Just need to finish writing it up. That'll be out on the 10th. And I also have some awesome videos coming up that hopefully will be released this month, if not next month. But I got some awesome stuff coming up. Check it. Follow me at worldwithoutendlore.substack.com.
Nice. Frequency.
Yeah, you can find my stuff on Amazon.com, Haley Star Bad Kitty, and Bad Kitty Haley's World. Also, you can find a follow-up story to that on Substack under Frequency Studios. Billy, anything else you want to throw out there tonight?
Nope.
All right. Well, thank you everyone so much for joining us. It was a good time. If you enjoyed this presentation, hit the like, and if you didn't, we appreciate you stopping by. We'll see you next time. God bless.
Have a
See
good
you
one.
later. Au
America.
revoir.
Squeak, squeak.
Sayonara.
Look at that fat chick on my screen.
See ya. Don't want to be ya.
That's what you get.
Arrivederci.
Good night.
Bye bye.
Oh, also, all the child models in Cyberpunk 2077 were just shrunken down adult models.
Oh, that's nothing new in games, by the way. But especially for a game like Cyberpunk, with all the mountains of praise that game has gotten, it's kind of a glaring oversight. Now that I
Well,
think
let me put
about
it like this: Bethesda actually had child models in Skyrim. You're getting beat by
Yes.
Bethesda. in that regard.
Christy says she missed the end. Well, you know what? Before we go, there's still one last clip we always got to play.
Jewish space laser.
Have a great night, everybody.
Good night.